Hey everybody, welcome back to Duo Planet, the YouTube channel where we talk all things media. Hope everyone's doing well. And today, guys, we'll bring you another video, and today we'll be reviewing episode 4 of Percy Jackson and the Olympians. As always, I'm joined by my fellow co-host, Azteral.
Hello, everyone.
And we are going to be reviewing Percy Jackson and the Olympians, episode 4. And as always, what we'll do is break down the episode and talk about it, and then we'll go into like a review portion. So go ahead.
So we are now in the halfway point for our season 2 journey of Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Season 2, episode 4, Clarice Blows Up Everything is the title of this episode, which is apt. We get quite a bit more information about things. We get to see a younger Annabeth with Luke and
Oh, yeah.
Thalia. We get to see what their life was like. We get to see them meet Grover for the first time. We sort of get a few little reveals. I don't know. Reveals is one thing. It's sort of a mixed bag of things. Annabeth is sort of fighting with the knowledge that perhaps Thalia didn't exactly want her fate. She didn't really want what Zeus did to her, and she's fighting with that info in her brain. We get obviously Clarice takes front and center this episode with her undead crew. Her and Percy have a little bout, but Annabeth sort of outsmarts it. They spend most of the episode aboard Clarice's iron warship, trying to figure out the path that they're going to take into the Sea of Monsters. They decide, what is it? They decide that they're going to go down the path of Odysseus, because Odysseus went past a specific sea monster that took six of his crew that bought enough time for them to get in to the Sea of Monsters. The other choice was a whirling vortex, which also had a monster in it. Midway through, after a few of the undead crew get nabbed, Clarice decides that she's not about that life, and she decides to go for the whirlpool monster because, of course, she does. Drama. So everything kicks off. The whirlpool monster appears in full. Clarice starts trying to shoot it with that celestial bronze, and Percy is doing, what is it called? Oh yeah, he's doing his god demigod thing. He's trying to control the current to push them out of the whirlpool. He can't do it alone though. He needs the thermos. Doesn't exactly go to plan. Annabeth sort of gets knocked off into the thermos. Into the thermos gets knocked into the hull of the ship, which then begins starting to lift up into the air. Everything begins looking quite bleak for our heroes, right up until the very end, where next episode will pick up from, where they're in a spa and resort, and that will be the plot of next week's episode. That will obviously be covered next week. But yeah, that was sort of
Which
everything
is
that happened.
interesting to give the fact that they're in the Sea of Monsters. So why is there a resort and spa in the Sea of
Probably,
Monsters?
probably something to do with one of the monsters, I would imagine. Greek mythology is weird.
Uh, I think it was a
But
good
yeah,
episode.
it was definitely probably it was probably the strongest episode of this season so far. I think Clarice was very well portrayed. The actress was putting in some absolute work. Walker is obviously amazing as usual. It was nice to see Grover in more of an official capacity and get to see a bit of Thalia as well. Tyson, still the GOAT, still my favorite character. Tyson's he's an absolute aura farming beast. And yeah, it was sort of an interesting dynamic because obviously with the midway point of the season now, something's got to happen soonish regarding Kronos and his plan to reform and take down Zeus. I also wonder when we're going to see Zeus again, because we should see him because they recast him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought this episode was particularly good. It was definitely a standout for me.
Even though we got little interaction with Thalia in the flesh, but I think she was very well portrayed.
Yeah,
I think she was very well done, and I can't wait to see more of her, and I can't wait to see how her and Percy will interact because they're they're more related to each other than most, like they're cousins, obviously. Like they're related more to one another than any other character, really. Um, I'd like to see more Poseidon. I'd like to see more of his relationship with Percy than we did in the second, than we did in the movie. Because in the second movie, pretty much no god other than Luke's dad appeared in the second movie. Um, but in the show, I hope we get to see more Poseidon and see more of his relation with Percy. I think Tyson's great as always. Tyson's very well portrayed, and him and his relationship with Percy is going to be great to see. And I can't wait for him to also tap into his powers.
yeah. I am quite excited to see what Tyson does because Tyson's been a constant throughout the season. He's definitely my new favorite character for the show. I am also quite interested to see what comes of the sea monsters. Because obviously we should see more sea monsters considering we're in the Sea of Monsters. Um, which is an interesting take for me because obviously I absolutely hate sea monsters. Hate them.
I also like with Luke. I'm also like I can't wait to see more of his thing, and I know like how it's going to be when he eventually does find a way to get. I don't know if they'll do the same thing as they did in the movie, because if I remember in that, Kronos did come out, he was rebuilding, but they stopped it in time before he could fully. But also, I can't wait to see how other things go from there and how Thalia will train this. And overall, this show has proven that it's definitely worth watching.
Yeah, it's been quite an interesting show. It's
Also, Percy mentioning that he beat Calypso's father in a duel was hilarious.
that was funny. It is it's certainly better than the films ended up being, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's an amazing show. It's definitely above average. Uh, but it's definitely got some pain points that need addressing for any potential
It's more
future
faithful
seasons.
to the source material.
Uh, yeah, but like overall, I think so far this season's like a solid 7.5, 7.8 out of 10.
Ugh.
This particular episode, episode 4, I'm leaning towards giving it an 8 I think this was about an 8 out of 10, maybe an 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I think 8.5 is very much. Yeah. That's where in most of this episode was just us getting to the sea monsters and getting a glimpse into it. And
I
then,
just want more Percy being cheeky.
I want
I
more of
need, I
him,
need,
and I want more of him and fucking Annabeth flirting, but not realizing they are.
I think Walker does a very good cheeky act, and I want to see more of it.
Really does, yeah. I just can't wait to see like where all this goes, and like the show is very well casted, and I can't wait to see what happens with forgot her name again.
Yeah, I'm quite interested in like the choices that she's going to make. Like Clarice is one of the interesting parts of this season because she's not part of the main crew. So I'm quite curious on like what side she's going to ultimately lie on.
Because she's I think her and like the movie did it in a way that they didn't hate each other, they were more like they were just like rivals. In this it's like she hates Percy and they're rivals, but it's also like in the way of she's always trying to prove to her dad, but I think it's going to eventually come down to the point of she's going to choose Percy because Percy's the one who's actually there for her than her father ever is. Her father always is just like, prove yourself to me instead of respecting her.
Yeah. Overall, they've left quite a lot open, and next episode should prove to be quite interesting and quite trippy. It should be like the Las Vegas episode last season,
Yeah,
which was one of my personal favorite ones. So I'm hopeful.
I'm hopeful.
I am
It's like,
hopeful.
guys, when you say this, we've just watched Stranger Things, so then we've reviewed this. So we're in, Stranger Things mode at the minute.
We're
Uh,
all a little shell shocked.
yeah, if you've watched it, but yeah, hope everybody did enjoy. Is that all you have to say?
Yeah, that is everything
Right.
I've got.
Hope everybody did enjoy today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that stuff, and we'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.
Alright, bye for now.
Forget 1,000 things every day, pal. Make sure this is one of them.
It's over, Anakin!